This is the no annual fee Bilt MasterCard, and on January 1st, it is back with one of the best rent day promotions that I have ever seen since the launch of the card. Because on January 1st, you could potentially get a bonus that ranges from 75% to 150% for moving your points, not to one transfer partner, not to two transfer partners, but there are 3 potential transfer partners: IHG, Virgin, and Flying Blue. If you can't sit through this entire video, let me be respectful of your time. Here's a TLDR. You can get from North America to Paris in business class and spend anywhere from 19,000 to 28,000 points plus $280 in taxes and fees instead of paying over $5,000 per person. Just be sure to take advantage of the rent day transfer bonuses happening on January 1st. As for everyone else that's still here, hi, how are ya? My name's John of John's Finance Tips. This is a channel we talk all things money. Today specifically, I'm gonna give you an in-depth breakdown of Bilt's rent day that's happening on January 1st. I'm also gonna give you some redemption options for actually using the points once you move them to IHG, Virgin, or Flying Blue. And most importantly, I'm gonna show you the platform that I use to find award tickets, because at the end of the day, what good is having a bunch of points if you don't even know how to redeem them for free travel? But before we get to the tomatoes and potatoes of the rest of the video, if you clicked here because you thought my face was funny or you thought the title was interesting, let me give you a 10,000-foot overview of the no annual fee Bilt MasterCard. Do you pay rent? Are you currently earning points for paying rent? No? Well, get the Bilt MasterCard. This card is the only card on the marketplace that allows you to capture your highest monthly expense, rent, convert it into points, and then take those points and redeem for free travel, which we're gonna go over in this video. The Bilt MasterCard will earn you 3 points on dining, 2 points for travel, 1 point everywhere else, and 1 point per hour spent on rent. This is up to a max of 100,000 points in 1 year. And the only catch is you have to use this card 5 times per statement cycle, though at the end of the day, it's not that difficult. And if you really need to, you could probably just set it up with some Amazon Auto reloads. As for benefits on this card is jam-packed, and I'll call out a few highlights. The first benefit, cell phone protection. You pay for your cell phone bill, phone gets damaged somehow, you can actually file a claim through the Bilt MasterCard. The second thing is you get auto rental insurance. So if you go and rent a car, decline the coverage they give you because you have primary coverage through your Bilt MasterCard. This card also has no foreign transaction fees. And back to the point on earning points for rent. If your landlord, for whatever reason, doesn't take a credit card, well, you can actually have Bilt cut a check on your behalf. So a check gets sent to your landlord, you get the points for rent, your landlord gets paid, it's all good. And Bilt also gives you an account number as well as routing number, so you can use it for a service like a Venmo or a PayPal if that is how you pay rent. And of course, if your apartment is already part of a Bilt Alliance building, then you can just go ahead and use your Bilt card and there's not gonna be any sort of processing fee. Bilt will also offer this thing called Bilt Protect, where essentially they hook up to your bank account, and let's say your credit limit is $5,000. Let's say you spend $3,000 already this month, but you have to go pay rent, which is another $3,000. Well, you would max out your card, you get declined, you're gonna be homeless. No, you're not. With Bilt Protect, as long as you enroll, Bilt will be able to pull money directly from your checking account and apply it to your rental payment, and so it doesn't actually hit your credit limit. You get the points, landlord gets paid, and you get to protect your credit utilization. The last benefit, though, it's not really like a benefit associated with the card, it's just a promotion that they have run pretty much every single month since the card was launched. It's rent day. Because on the first of the month, a lot of magical things happen from the Bilt team, and they come out with some incredible offers. One of my favorite was earlier this year. On one of their rent days, I enrolled in a Hyatt Globalist challenge where I just had to stay 20 nights at Hyatt properties so that I got the highest tier status instead of having to spend 60. That was all just by being a Bilt member. And if you don't yet have what I would call is probably one of my top no annual fee premium travel cards for 2024, yes, I know, 2024, then you need to jump on it. If you like to support my channel, you can feel free to check out my affiliate link down below. With that said, let's jump into the January 1st rent day promotion. A staple of Bilt's rent days on the first of the month are double points. And this one on January 1st is no different. You'll be able to earn double points in every single category. Instead of 3x for dining, 6x for dining. Instead of 2x for travel, 4x for travel. Instead of 1x everywhere, 2x everywhere. Unfortunately, it's still only 1x for rent, but come on, you're not earning rent on any other credit card. The one thing to note is you can earn up to a max of 10,000 points from the double point offer. On January 1st, you're also going to get a $5 Lyft credit. It's also nice to see that shopping is gonna be mixed in. So if you link your Bilt card with your Amazon account, you can actually use your Bilt points to check out. And on January 1st, you'll get a 50% bonus. There's also the classics that have been around, such as a free SoulCycle class. You'll also be able to earn points through the rent trivia and enter for a chance to get your rent paid for. And now onto the transfer bonuses that you're gonna get on this rent day. So the bonuses are actually gonna vary from 75% to 150%. And what's gonna determine that is gonna be your status with Bilt. Bilt has 4 statuses you can earn: blue, silver, gold, and platinum. Technically, blue you're not earning because everybody is a blue member. But to be a silver member, you need to earn 25,000 Bilt points in a year. To be a gold member, you have to earn 50,000 Bilt points in a year. And to be a platinum member, you have to earn 100,000 Bilt points in a year. And on January 1st, if you have blue status with your Bilt MasterCard, you'll get a 75% bonus for transferring points. If you have silver status, you'll get a 100% bonus. If you have gold status, you'll get a 125% bonus. And if you have platinum status, you will get a whopping 150% bonus. And allow me to contextualize this for a moment. The Flying Blue program, incredibly popular program. It's comprised of Air France and KLM. It's a great way to look for SkyTeam redemptions. The most that we've typically seen for Flying Blue transfer bonuses from either Chase or American Express is in the 30 to 35% range. Off the rip, you can get a 75% bonus for just being a blue member. If you have platinum, it goes up to 150%. Ladies and folks, this right here is insane. It doesn't actually happen, except on Bilt rent days. That's why people are jumping all over the transfer bonuses. All right, so now let's go ahead and talk about how we can actually use these points for some good redemptions. We're gonna first talk about IHG, followed by Flying Blue, and finally Virgin, and I'll be sure to give you an example of how you can get business class to Europe. The first transfer partner we have is IHG. Personally, I'm not the hottest on this one just because I don't think this particular hotel chain gives best value for your points, but we're gonna walk through an example to see maybe how we can unlock some value. So with IHG, let's say next year you wanna get out to Bangkok with the family. How about the Holiday Inn in Bangkok? So the Holiday Inn in Bangkok costs about 24,000 points a night from IHG. However, if you're a Bilt member, whether you're blue or platinum, that could be had for between 9,600 to a little bit over 13,000 points per night. And we think about it in context of someone who's paying rent, let's say $3,000 a month over 12 months, 36,000 points. Well, that's definitely gonna be able to cover a handful of nights at the Holiday Inn in Bangkok. How about instead an intercontinental? The ANA Beppu, hopefully I'm saying it right, Resort and Spa. This, from a redemption perspective, could cost you 84,500 points per night. However, with Bilt's transfer bonus, it could cost you as little as 33,800 up to a little over 48,000 points a night. Cash rate is a little bit over 500 bucks here. Is it exactly where I'm jumping for joy? No. If it's someplace you want to stay at, sure, it's okay, but really this is just some examples of the value you can get from transferring Bilt points to IHG. The flight partners though, we're gonna be able to unlock way more value. Speaking of which, let's go ahead and dive into those. And as it comes to flight rewards, this is the program that I use the most to find availability. It's called Seats.Aero. This is not a sponsored video by them. They're not paying me to say this. I've just been using them for the past couple months, and it has absolutely changed the game for me to be able to quickly see where flights are available and where I should move points to instead of having to manually go from program to program to program. So Seats.Aero is 100% free to use. The only caveat to call out is if you want to search more than 2 or 3 months in advance, you do have to pay for the pro version. I pay for it. I think it's totally worth it. But if you're just looking for close-in bookings, you can just use it free of charge. With Seats.Aero, it has most of the major programs. And so you go and you can see it actually has both Flying Blue as well as Virgin's program. You can use it to quickly sort out where there are economy or business or first class tickets. You can also see from regions of the world. Are you gonna be flying from North America to Europe, North America to Asia, North America within North America? It just makes the flight reward experience that much easier. So for this example, let's hop onto Seat.Aero and let's actually go into the Flying Blue search category. Within it, we're looking at North America over to Europe. And what's cool is at the bottom, you can actually type in and filter by origin as well as destination city. For me, because I'm in Boston, I filter by Boston and I want to fly to Paris, which is Charles de Gaulle. I guess the thing that would be helpful for you is to know airport codes, but I imagine if someone is doing this level of word search, you're familiar already with it. So on Seats.Aero, it'll quickly show you how many points it's going to take and whether or not there's availability. And we can see there's pretty decent availability in business class flying from Boston over to Paris. It costs 50,000 points with the Flying Blue program. Remember though, you're gonna get a bonus if you transfer Bilt points over to the Flying Blue program. So this redemption could actually be had for anywhere from 20,000 to a little bit over 28,000 points and about $373 in taxes and fees, as we can see on the Air France website here. Now this is 100,000 points because I'm searching for 2 people because who wants to go to Paris alone? And if we were to redeem cash for this ticket, it'd be about $8,000 for 2 people, so about $4,000 a pop. Or you could pay a little under $373 a pop plus 20 to 28,000 points. But what if I told you you could do this for cheaper, both in points and tax and fees? in steps the Virgin program. Virgin has the same bonus, anywhere from 75% to 150% transfer from Bilt. And on Seats.Aero, you filter by the Virgin program and you can quickly see there's decent availability both in economy as well as business getting over to Paris. And the points are actually cheaper. Instead of costing 50,000 points with Flying Blue, it's only 48,500 points if you use the Virgin program. And if we apply the transfer bonus, that would mean it would cost anywhere from 19,000 to a little over 27,000 points transferred over from Bilt, plus some of its taxes and fees. And as far as taxes and fees, on the Virgin website, we can see for 2 tickets, it would cost 97,000 points plus $580. However, because we divide by 2, it would be $280 in taxes and fees. So a little bit cheaper than if you went with Flying Blue. And that's a wrap on today's video. Folks, if you'd like to check out Seats.Aero, I do have a referral link down below. And my recommendation is use it. If you don't like it, cancel it, and that's it. Get a monthly, don't get the annual. Also, it's 100% free if you just want to search for 1 or 2 months of award availability. With all that said, make sure January 1st, Bilt Rent Day, get the points in place, get the status in place, enjoy, spend, have a good, happy new year, and I will catch you all on the next video. Peace!